because we don't need birth control. If you're a man and you take a woman, y'all are married. There's no need for birth control. You lay with your wife, you have kids. Why we gotta have birth control and I'm married? Yes. Yes. God didn't create that. That is something that eventually the so-called white man came up with. God didn't create birth control. Either you have a seed or you not. Some of the women in the Bible were barren for a very long time until God what? Blessed the womb and gave that woman a seed. (21, 22). You know, yeah, young men, y'all know abortion is murder, right? Y'all know that's a life in that woman's stomach, right? I'm gonna read it out the Bible. That's called murder. Abortion, that don't come from us. God never created abortion to go in and rip a baby out limb from limb out of a woman's womb. That's something this dude came up with right here. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child,
with what?
With child,
Come on.
So that her fruit depart from her,
meaning that child dies, come on,
and yet no mischief follow.
Read.
He shall surely be punished according to the woman's husband.
Read.
Will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine.
Read.
Verse 23, and if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life.
You see that? It said what? Life for what?
Life for life.
Life for life, because that person killed that woman's seed in her womb. He killed that seed, that man has to die. Guess why? Because he committed murder. He committed murder. That's called death in the Bible. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. That ain't what our people supposed to be doing. You get me? No, in this instance, no, because she wasn't the cause of it. Two men were striving, and they ended up messing with that woman and hitting that woman, and that woman lost her child. He said, you have to give it what? Life for life, because you took that life, so you got to lose your life in that instance. But if she's committing the act, taking a baby and sacrificing it to Molech, go back to what the Leviticus 18. Go back to that. Now, if you take a baby and you do this act, yes, she would have got put to death too. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 21.
Come on.
And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
Any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. This is child sacrifice. They take the child and they offer it to an idol god. That's called child sacrifice. The same thing today is called abortion, but in the eyes of God, he sees it as child sacrifice.
Right.
He never meant for us to be taken out of the womb and put to death, because once the seed and the sperm connect, it's alive. That sperm out of your seed that you carry in your body, young man, it's alive. When you put that into your wife and create a child, it's already alive as soon as it meets the egg.
Right.
It's a life now. Come on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Read.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Look at that. God said, before I even put you in the womb, I knew you. You was a spirit. Soon as that egg and that sperm meet together, that spirit, it blossoms. He put you in there. That's what happened. He said, I know you before I put you in the womb. Read.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
What?
And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Y'all supposed to be prophets. What you want to be when you grow up?
It's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. Which one?
I chose engineer.
Engineer, that's good. What about you? A what?
NBA player.
An NBA player. What about you? A mechanic. Okay, what about you? Some type of what? Some type of major in college. What about you, young man? What kind of dreams and aspirations do you have? What do you want to do? What was that? A YouTuber. A streamer, a live streamer. Okay. We are, or read that again. We got to see ourselves better than some of these things y'all choosing, right? Y'all choose some good things. We need engineers. We need doctors and lawyers and things like that. We need police officers. We need those things in our communities. Come on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Come on.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
And what else?
And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
But more than importantly, beside those things, guess what we need? Prophets. Y'all young men need to be raised up and teach the Bible to the people out here behind us. We need y'all to learn the book, learn your heritage. You just shouldn't be no YouTube streamer. That ain't gonna do nothing for your people. Being an NBA player, that ain't gonna do nothing for your people. Why can't we be more? Like you said. Yeah, you got a question? Why can't we be more? Why can't we be lawyers and doctors and architects and engineers and things like that? Because our community is lacking those things. Everybody want to be a rapper, an actor, or a ball player, or a trapper. What you say? I can't. What did he say?
They want the fast money.
Yeah, fast money. That's right. That ain't gonna get us nowhere. Fast money ain't good money. And we in these curses. We suffering these curses. Y'all got to see yourselves better than that. Good. Go to college. Get you an education. Become something. Don't fall victim to the streets. Go ahead. Y'all listen up and pay attention to this book. This what the other nations do to us. Come on.
This book is called The Negro Project by Bruce Fleury.
Okay. It's the Negro Project. This is what they do to us. Specifically the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? Read.
Page 110.
Read.
We have detailed how Margaret Sanger, the mother of the birth control movement.
The mother of the birth control movement. Margaret Sanger is a so-called white woman. Right. We say so-called because the Bible calls those people red. They're red. But today they're called white people. So the so-called white woman, Margaret Sanger, read,
had a particular animus toward minority.
Meaning she hated black people. Come on.
And at the top of her list were America's black citizens.
On the top of the list was you young black men. She wanted to target y'all. Come on.
Her supporters claim that her Negro Project had only the noblest of intentions and that she was merely trying to empower women.
They said she was just trying to empower black women. It was a lie. Right. It was to target y'all and kill the young black men in the community. Right. Come on.
Especially poor black women by giving them access to reliable information on birth control.
Because we don't need birth control. If you're a man and you take a woman, y'all are married. There's no need for birth control. You lay with your wife, you have kids. Why we gotta have birth control and I'm married? Yes. Yes. God didn't create that. That is something that eventually the so-called white man came up with. God didn't create birth control. Either you have a seed or you not. Some of the women in the Bible were barren for a very long time until God what? Blessed the womb and gave that woman a seed.
Right.
But birth control, no. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Come on.
In the first place, Sanger considered all minorities inferior.
You see that? The white woman seen y'all as inferior, as nothing. Basically the bottom of the barrel. Come on.
And unworthy of life. And blacks held a particularly low rung on the ladder for no other reason than the color of their skin.
He said, y'all black, we don't like the color of y'all skin. Y'all belong at the bottom. This is how the other nations think of us, bro. The Bible calls the other nations our enemies. We got to come around us and build us up. It takes a community, us, together. That's why the Bible says, gather together, O nation not desire. We that nation that nobody likes because we're God's chosen people. They told you earlier, does God love everybody? No. Who does God love? Us. Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. God don't love everybody. Come on.
One more sentence at least off. What else can explain her alliance with the New Jersey Ku Klux Klan?
The what?
The New Jersey Ku Klux Klan.
She was with the Ku Klux Klan. She did not like black people or care about black people or want to do anything good for black folks. She wanted to kill Negroes. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Go to the Bible now. She see the white people and all these other nations see us as inferior, right? This is what our God says about you. Lamentations 4. Get Lamentations 4 and start at verse 1. We're going to show the young man how God sees them. Because y'all got to see that in yourselves as well. Y'all more than just black people or African American or niggas or YNs. Y'all more than that. That label came from this guy. The Bible don't say that. Come on.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Read.
How is the gold become dim?
God sees us as gold. How is the what become dim?
How is the gold become dim?
Come on.
How is the most fine gold changed?
How's the most fine gold changed into nothing now? Because all the other nations see our nation as nothing. How is it changed now? Because we once were kings and we ruled the planet Earth. King Solomon was a black man. King David was a black man. Adam, the first man ever created, guess what color he was? Black. Adam was a black man, and we can show you that. God is black, the angels is all black. All those is black men up there.
Right.
Come on.
The stones of the sanctuary
We the stones, the beautiful stones of the sanctuary are what?
are poured out in the top of every street.
Where we hang out at? In the streets. The stones, the beautiful stones of the sanctuary are hanging out in the street now. Come on.
The precious sons of Zion. The precious sons of Zion.
Y'all the precious sons of Zion, and y'all don't know it. Y'all think y'all African American and black and Negroes and niggas. No, you're not. Y'all the precious sons of Zion. Comparable to what?
Comparable to fine gold.
God sees y'all as fine gold. And y'all gotta see that in yourselves. Y'all more than just actors and rappers and athletes and ball players. Yo, who got the Babylon to Timbuktu? Do you have it? Find me that page and what we brought with our people. Find me that page. Because we was engineers and architects and lawyers and doctors. We way more than young niggas and bad bees out here, bruh. Y'all gotta see that in yourselves. And y'all gotta get in this Bible and read y'all history. Come on. Show him that. Read it for me. Read this.
Page 90, the highlight part.
The highlighted part.
Orange highlight.
The orange part. This is Babylon to Timbuktu. When we ran up out of the land of Jerusalem, we had to leave because the Roman army surrounded Jerusalem. We had to get out of Jerusalem. And this what came out of Jerusalem. You so-called blacks and Hispanics. Read that.
This is the book From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. Page 90. The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribe.
The black Jews, that's us. We had an advantage over African tribes because we're not African. We are the Israelites. We're different from Africans. We might look the same in skin color, but we're not the same nation of people. We're not Africans. We're Israelites. The black Jews had an advantage over Africans. Come on.
They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
That's the Bible. We carried the Bible with us. That's our laws, written records and all that is contained in our Bible. Read.
Skip down a little bit.
Keep going.
Keep going. This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization.
That's what we are, a higher social organization. We ain't at the bottom of society. We ain't at the bottom of the barrel. We the cream of the crop. We the best of the best. Only if we're applying the Bible, the things in the Bible. Come on.
Because of the stability of the black Jewish culture, the Jews were not absorbed into the autochthonous population.
We didn't become Africans. We was totally different. Read.
In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes.
Read.
The Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people.
Y'all see that? We an industrious and skillful people. We can get back to that. Read.
In the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings.
Found what?
Kings.
This is amongst our nation. We got kings,
Princes.
princes,
Governors. Generals.
Come on.
Secretaries.
Read.
Treasurers.
Read.
Revenue agents.
Come on.
Judges. Architects.
Come on.
Engineers.
Read.
Doctors.
Read.
Historians.
Read.
Language interpreters.
Come on.
Mathematicians.
Read.
Jewelers.
We got people who make jewelry. All this is in our nation, bro. Why we gotta be actors and rappers and ball players? All that. We had an army, yes. We had armies that took care of our people. Finish?
Sculptors. Masons.
Read.
Carpenters. Painters of art.
Christ was a carpenter. Christ was a carpenter. Y'all know that, right? Christ built things. He was a carpenter, just like his father. Read.
Goldsmiths, leather workers,
Read.
potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturalists, etc.
And more. Y'all got to see that in yourselves, young men. Y'all got to know that y'all the cream of the crop. Y'all come from a great line. Now give me Genesis 2 and 7. I'm going to show you about Adam. It's in the Bible. Y'all just ain't never been taught it. Y'all been taught the history that we came over here as slaves and now the other nations is ruling over us. You ever wonder that? You ever wonder why the people on the money don't look like you? The people on the dollar bill don't look like you. That ain't your people. Why is that? Who run the system? How do we fix that system? right here, the Bible. Keep the commandments, young man. Keep the commandments.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.